So it is still day 14, 2 weeks. And I wanted to give an update to something that's been kind of a big elephant in the room, something I've been really stressed out about over the course of the past 2 weeks. And I've made mention of it a few times throughout the course of this vlog series. And that is the topic of my mortgage and my ownership status of this house. Um, you know, a quick recap. Don and I refinanced this house together. It was solely owned by him until the refinance. He wanted to make me co-owner with him. And we did that, and it seemed to be pretty simple. His goal was that someday when he passes away, that all I would need to do is present his death certificate to the mortgage company. They would take his name off, and I would be able to continue on as sole owner of this house. That was the goal. And in the past couple weeks, there's been a lot of things popping up, questions as to whether Don and I did everything we needed to do to ensure that was true. And I've been really afraid to call the mortgage company, just in case they told me something I don't want to hear. But I did get a hold of them, talked to a nice lady named Victoria, and uh, they did tell me that all I needed to do is submit his death certificate and that they would, quote, take care of the rest. Um, I had to, I'm very naive and uneducated when it comes to mortgages and real estate. So I had a lot of potentially dumb questions, but to summarize, his name actually is not going to come off of the mortgage. Um, excuse me. The only way his name could come off of it is if I refinanced it myself, uh, which does make sense, I suppose. Um, but that's not something that I have any intention of doing because the the interest rate we got was based off of his credit and my credit, his being spectacular and mine being good, above average, good. But by myself, I would not get that same kind of interest rate. There's no way. Um, but she also tells me that it's really pretty common for people in my situation to leave the deceased co-owner's name on it. And there really is zero consequence to doing so. Um, with the death certificate, they'll know that I am the only living owner, co-owner, um, and that I'm the only one authorized to talk to them about the mortgage, to do anything with the mortgage. Um, I did have the wherewithal to ask uh, if we find debt of his and creditors that we didn't know about, could those creditors put a lien on this house with his name still on it? And they told me no, because he's deceased. Uh, if someone wanted to collect a debt and put a lien on the house, they would have had to do so while he was alive. So, as they told me, as long as I continue making the mortgage payments, no one can touch me. That that's a big load off, you know? Uh it's still a little hard to wrap my head around the idea that with his name still on it, I technically co-own the house with a dead man. That seems odd to me. Um, if his name is on it, he is a co-owner, but he can't be because he's gone. So I don't know. The mortgage lady said everything's on the up and up, and not to worry about that. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have no choice but to trust the professionals on that one. Um, I am gonna call back though, Monday or Tuesday because a couple more questions popped into my head, that I don't wanna deal with right now. So it looks like I'm good. It I'm a homeowner, a sole homeowner, and there's not a damn person on this earth who can do anything about it as long as I pay the mortgage. That feels good. It seems like we did it right. And all the people who had been stressing me out about it were wrong. So that feels good.